Hey everybody, welcome to the 252 Workshop. My name is Mr. Paul. Remember, the 252 stands for Luke chapter 2, verse 52. The Bible tells us that Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with those around him. So the purpose of the 252 Workshop is for us to learn things from the Bible as we grow so we can have a good relationship with God, with our family, and with those around us. And I'm so glad you can join us. We've got an exciting lesson about responsibility. This month's theme is Rules for Life, and our word is responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Our Bible verse is Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. We've got an exciting video coming up about responsibility. Look what hat I've got on. I've got on me Irish hat. So you know what that means? James McFamous and MC McHarris are about to teach us a lesson in responsibility.
Hey there, I'm MC Haggis, and this here is my beatboxing partner, Seamus McFamous. Give him a sample, Seamus. This month we're learning about responsibility, showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Me and Seamus were both supposed to show responsibility and wash one article of clothing each. One article. Right, Seamus?
Aye.
I guess you could say that we took that one part literally, because we both washed this. This is the only thing we have clean. Two grown men wearing onesies. So, let's review. We were supposed to show we could be trusted with what is expected of us, right?
Aye.
And the person who was supposed to show responsibility and wash only one article of clothing was me, myself, and you can't have the word responsibility without the letter
Aye.
RESPONSIBLTY. Find out what it means to...
Aye.
No.
Aye.
No. And you could say the same thing about you, right?
Aye.
Responsibility. We're not good examples of that today, but kick it anyway. You can have tranquility with your capability to get things done with civility. That's right, you can be trusted with the things that you're supposed to do, and that is responsibility. Word. You know, Seamus, I'm starting to think these onesies are kind of sharp, you know? Maybe we should change our names to MC Skunky and Seamus McWalrus. What do you think? Hey, kick it, Seamus McWalrus.
Aye. Aye.
Hey Joe, let me ask you a question. Do you remember after David, which was the next king? Which one of his sons became king? You remember? Remember his name? What did he become famous for? People from all around the world wanted to come see him for a reason. Do you remember? Give you one more question, Joe. This guy wrote the book of Proverbs. You remember who it was? You got it, Solomon. Today we're going to be talking about a Bible lesson from the book of Proverbs that was written by Solomon. A couple weeks ago we talked about Solomon. Solomon became king when he was probably between late teenager, early 20s. And could you imagine the responsibility of being king over all of Israel? Solomon didn't take this lightly. Solomon had a day of set aside to worship God, and they had all these special offerings. And then that night something happened. God came to Solomon in a dream and asked Solomon, if you could have one thing, what would it be? Solomon thought for himself, and what do you think his answer was? Did he say, I want to be the strongest king so we can beat all the other kingdoms? Nope. Did he say, I want to be the richest king so that I'll have money, money, money? No, he didn't say that. Did he say, I want to live to be 100 years old? Nope, didn't say that. Solomon realized he had a big responsibility to rule over Israel. And he was a young man. He said, God, I would like to have wisdom. I would like to be able to rule your people, the children of Israel, in the right way. And God told him, since he had chosen wisdom, God was going to give it to him. Solomon became known as the wisest man. Even today, we refer to how smart Solomon was. And people from all around the world came to see Solomon and ask him questions. He wrote down many of his wisdom sayings, his wise sayings, in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs. Today we're going to talk about one, and it has to do with responsibility. Proverbs chapter 6 says, Go to the ant, lazy person, and consider its ways, which has no ruler, no overseer, provides its meat in the summer, and gathers food for the harvest. And then it goes on to say, How long are you going to sleep, lazy person? Take a little longer nap. Solomon used the illustration of an ant for being responsible and being a hard worker. Have you ever seen ants outside, maybe after a picnic or inside your house? Have you ever noticed something? Ants go crawling along, marching to and from, and they carry things that are so much bigger than them, so much stronger, so much heavier than them. And sometimes, have you ever seen an ant maybe catches a dead bug or even a grasshopper? Several ants will pile it on their backs and they go scurrying along. Ants are incredibly hard workers. They work all the time. And they gather their food, take it down to the ant bed, and they store it up for the winter time. Now, Solomon was saying there's two kinds of people. There's those who know their responsibilities and do their work, do their responsibilities like the ants. They're willing to do their work, and there's other people who are lazy. Oh, why do I need to do this? How does this story refer to you? I thought of a couple things. You know, we can be like the ants. We're supposed to be like the ants. When our parents tell us to do something, we should be willing to do it. Like, here's one you hear all the time. Clean your room. When your mom or dad says, go to your room and clean it up, do you go to your room and clean it up like you're supposed to do? Put your toys away, put your clothes away, get your bed made up? Or are you kind of like the lazy person that goes to the room and, oh, wow, man, I haven't seen these Legos for a while, gets playing with the Legos, and, oh, wow, I haven't done this for a while, and lays on the bed for a little bit and thinks, man, I haven't seen any of my friends because of COVID. And then by the time your parents come up, you're like, oh, man, I meant to clean up. I'm so sorry. You know what I've done sometimes? Pushed everything under the bed. And told my mom the room was clean. And you know where she would look? Under the bed. I was trying to be the lazy person. Here's one that I had all the time. Mom would tell me to take out the trash. Take the trash out of the house, put it in the trash container outside in the trash can. That was something I always put off. I was like the lazy person. I promise you, Mom, I'll do it. I'll take care of it real soon, Mom. I'll do it. We should be like the ant and just take care of our work and do it immediately. Do you know what happened to my friend? This happened a couple days ago. My friend was cleaning her house, and she told her grandson, help me clean the house. And you know what he said? Are you going to pay me? That is not being responsible. You know what she said? She said, I pay you all the time. You got your snacks to eat. You got your juice to drink. Why should I have to pay you? Responsibility is doing what you're supposed to do the first time. And that's what Solomon is trying to teach us today. Just like the ants work very hard in order to save up their food for the winter time, and they work together, that we're supposed to be responsible. Do things that we know we're supposed to do the first time. And don't be like the lazy old person, like a sloth that's just going to lay around and take a nap and just put everything off till tomorrow. So let's be responsible and do it the first time.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart.
I have to do everything online anymore. Have to shop for my tools online. Have to have Zoom meetings online. I even stream church online. And sometimes, it can be boring. Do you ever get discouraged about it? I know, I listen to some kids doing their homeschool online, and the teacher will say, put your mute button on because I'm going to teach. Now, when that mute button's on, do you do something like this? Hey, Joe, knock, knock. I'm a who? I'm a not paying attention. Do you do that when the teacher's teaching you? Responsibility, showing you can be trusted with what is expected of you. Or let's say you're streaming church. Did that this morning. Preacher's preaching away. Am I sitting there? Catching a good nap during it. Preacher wouldn't know. Is that being responsible? Or outside looking out the windows? I hear you, Pastor Brian, and it's a beautiful day outside. Responsibility, show you can be trusted with what is expected of you. So the big thing this week, let's make wise choices in what we do. Let's be responsible and do what is expected of us the first time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time at the 252.